Hey hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is day two. I'll just give you a short tour of this particular place. It is a small villa, farmhouse you can say, जो मोना आंटी जो है वो रन करती है. मैं उनसे मिलाऊंगा आपको. कल हम लोगों ने बहुत बातें की थी, but she was not comfortable recording the chat, so हमने उस चीज़ को रिकॉर्ड नहीं किया. बट अभी वो शाम को हमें फार्म टूर देने वाली है. सो मैं आप लोग को उनसे मिलाऊंगा. सो अभी फ़िलहाल मैं आपको ये जगह दिखाता हूँ पूरी. हाउ डज़ इट लुक. सो एनी वन हु वांट्स टू कम इन हियर, आई विल गिव द लिंक इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन एंड यू कैन बुक दिस पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. इट्स वेरी चीप, उतना कॉस्टली नहीं है. एंड डोंट एक्सपेक्ट लग्जरी फ्रॉम हियर, बट यू लव दिस प्लेस. जो लोग नेचर को पसंद करते हैं, यू नो, who love nature and all, they'll enjoy this place. So basically this is the entry from this side. We had parked our cars over there. Enter from here. These are the two lovely cows which she has. ये उनका एक डॉगी है. And then this is the entry to the house. So this is the open area which she has. So basically आप शाम को इधर बैठ सकते हो. You can have your lunch or maybe breakfast or something. There's a facility of gas also over there. This is one of the rooms, and this is the terrace, or you can see a mini open area. यहाँ पे हम लोग शाम को बैठे थे. यहाँ से है लाइब्रेरी. मैं जाता हूँ लाइब्रेरी में इस तरफ से. फ़िलहाल मैं I'll enter from here. So this is the kitchen where this is pure honey. Few rooms are there. एंड दिस इज़ द वे टू द लाइब्रेरी. फ़िलहाल हम लोग ऊपर चलते हैं. ऊपर हमारे कमरे हैं. सो ये एक कमरा है. दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द रूम्स. दिस इज़ द सेकेंड रूम. दिस इज़ द थर्ड रूम. यहाँ पे कोई और रह रहा है. यहाँ पे हम रह रहे हैं. ऑल द बॉयज़ आर स्टेइंग हियर एक्चुअली. दिस इज़ माई बेड. It's very offbeat kind of a location. It's fun. This is the cycle which generates electricity. और यहाँ पे ये दूसरा रूम है हमारा. यहाँ पे लड़कियाँ रह रही है. And there is one more, the third room. So the rooms are very spacious. It's big enough to take 4 to 5 people at a time. You can opt for at least one room or two rooms and you can take it. So यहाँ पे एक रूम है. Someone is staying there, so we will not go there. This is the way to the library. She has beautiful collection of the books. ये सारे, see the collection of the books she has. A lot of books are there. ये उनकी एक कैट है जो सो रही है बड़े प्यार से. And we have this basement room as well. We'll go in sometime over there. And these are the washrooms over here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 washrooms here. And 1, 2, 3 washrooms here. Total 7 washrooms are there. And this is again your, you know, brushing and area where you can wash your hands. और ये भी पानी गर्म हो रहा है ना. And these are 2 more cottages where the owner stays. The lady who runs this place, she stays there. So यहाँ पे कैसा है ना कि you have to wash your own utensils and everything. So whenever you cook, you have to cook your own food. You have to wash your own utensils. सो हम लोगों ने पेपर प्लेट्स और पेपर स्पून्स और ये सब लेके आए बिकॉज वी डोंट वांट टू वॉश एंड ऑल. मतलब घर पे तो करते ही यार, अभी छुट्टी पे आए तो यू नो just enjoy. So we are just cooking and we are using paper plates. So I'll suggest you guys also, get your own paper plates and everything whenever you come. It's not that far from Panchgani city. It's like around 8 to 10 kilometers from the main city. And I'll take you to a farm tour in some time, and I'll show you guys, and I'll introduce you to the lady who runs this place.
So I'll be showing you how we're trying to live sustainably. Actually, the whole purpose here is sustainable living. To live in a way where which we can sustain ourselves, but we can sustain ourselves for longer period, not only intergenerational but intra-generational. So, the generations to come also can survive. If we pollute the place too much, or if there's a lot of disturbance in the biodiversity, then we are going to be affected in different ways. And there are unknown ways that come. We know now with COVID that there are some ways which are unexpected. Suddenly something comes from the blues. What will be the next thing, we don't know. But we have to live in harmony with nature. We can't, exploit it. So we realized that soon. And actually my husband's idea was to do a poultry farm. Those caged chickens, but that is also not very ecological. Those chickens are grown as a monoculture, one set of hundreds and thousands of chickens together. They are not free, they are in the cage, so they get prone to diseases. So you have to inoculate them, inject them, give them hormones to grow fat, and they're eating all that. So we're not eating very healthy food also. We soon realized that we have to stop using chemicals, and so we become organic. So we don't use any chemicals on our farm. We try to grow. I'm not doing my work, my farming as a commercial activity. I'm doing it more for ourselves. And this place has always been a place of learning. So we kind of started a homeschool, and I'm looking at even this offering that I'm giving, taking her for farm tour and all, as a kind of a exposure to the people who come here. I don't want this to be only a business kind of a deal. I want to be able to give you something of quality, and the best quality I can give. So I decided, when I don't have the bandwidth, rather than spend my time cooking food, which is also a contribution to health, but I would rather to give you some information and knowledge, and because we feel that I want to share that with you. So many people are on Airbnb also putting up these farm tours. In fact, there is another younger couple who give out these farm tours, and earlier they said, will you do a farm tour half with us, because we have been here for long. So now they're doing it on their own. I prefer not to make it as a commercial thing, but to do it as an offering, so that the people go away with some inspiration to live in that style. Why farmers, why you should buy organic. Okay? It kills off all the weeds. Now we don't use that. I would rather have some more weeds growing. I don't like to have so many because it takes up the nutrients, but it's not going to harm you. So I'll take you to my strawberry field, and I don't spray glyphosate. So you will see now I have a lot of weeds, but my strawberry season is over. So it's raining and a lot of the others have come up. But you will see, you'll still get to see some strawberries. Of course, it's not, unless they're really solid and hard, you wouldn't want to have them because it's raining. So they get spoiled with the rain, that fruit doesn't last or stay. So we don't spray, we don't use plastic mulch. You see all the other farms, they spread plastic on the ground to keep the, to keep the weeds down and not allow evaporation of water in summer. We mulch our strawberries with straw. That's why they're called strawberries, because the berries fall on straw. Now they put plastic down, so I tell my neighboring farmers, there's one who I've converted, he's a very big farmer, I've converted, I'm trying to convert the farmers to organic. So, but we have to give them a better price because they are getting less meat and they're doing this effort, but they're eating that fruit which is completely pure, very healthy. On the other hand, you get a cheaper fruit but looks nice, bigger, but it's full of poisons. And strawberries, grapes, lot of things are being sprayed. So I'll show you how we are managing without chemicals. And when we come back, I'll show you how we make kombucha. So different aspects of ecological living, and one is how we make things self-sufficiently. So we make it ourselves rather than buy a bottle of it. Because every time you have to purchase something, you have money to buy. And to have the money, you have to do a job. And often these jobs that we're doing are either soul killing or environment killing. So why get into that too much of a economy, the market economy? If you can slowly start producing your own stuff, then you're not dependent on the market. You know what I mean? And you don't need to generate so much money and either sell your souls or sell off the environment to make the money. So that's the philosophy, trying it step by step in our different ways. Here, one of them is Rukmai and the other one is Meghna. I've named Meghna after, I get some people who come and volunteer and who want to stay, then they don't pay for their room. Food they may prepare and all. So Meghna is a very sort of dedicated person, lovely person. The cow was born around the time she was here, so I named the cow after her. Hi there. Yes, waiting for something to eat. So they give us, we're not getting milk actually, because my cows are not getting on, they get on heat, but they're not getting pregnant for some reason or the other. It could be that the glyphosate that is being sprayed around, because they graze here, so they're not, they're not catching the thing. But they give us cow dung and cow urine, so we mix up 1 kilo cow dung to 1 liter urine and put jaggery in that, stir it, keep it for 3 days, keep stirring 3 times a day, and that we put diluted in the plants. It gives, the cow's gut has very good microorganisms. All the micronutrients that are food for plants are needed are in the cow's gut. That's why the cow is venerated, you see, because a cow actually has, so we use that, and we use a urine also for that. Come. Here is, let me tell you, here is a leguminous tree. It's called Indian laburnum. In summer, it has this golden shower, all these golden flowers, There's a street in Bombay called Laburnum Road, near Gamdevi. It's full of yellow flowers. Right now it's monsoon, it's not flowering. But this is a leguminous tree. Permaculture is a way of designing your land, planning your land in such a way for a permanent culture. That's what's called permaculture. So, if you notice, we have planted something. This is passion fruit. Actually, the reason it's called passion fruit is because the flower, inside the flower, this one is closed as yet, but when it opens out, you will see it's like a cross. So this is the passion of Christ. So yeah, that's why it's called passion fruit. So there is a cross. So see this thing, it's curled up, but this would be a cross, like this. It's called a passion, looks like a cross when it's nice and fully open. There are some others. So from this flower comes the passion fruit. These are the passion fruit. Now, if you notice, we have grown the passion fruit down and it is climbing up on the arch. So the space it is actually being taken up is up there, which we don't need that space. In fact, in summer, it gives us shade. So that's the thing of design. I mean, those of you who are artists and designers and all would know that these are the ways you would do for anything, but for land, you also see that the design has a meaning. It can't just be aesthetic. So we have also got this art. Here we have roses. Here also we had roses. I'm trying to eliminate the roses, and because I enjoyed the roses for many years, and now I'm trying to put some fruit. So there's some passion. These are rows of turmeric. That's a wild banana that's come up. So here we planted, if you see, this is called a mandala. A mandala is a kind of a form. It's a form.
Mandala.
And recently I've studied what you call Vatika mandala. I've just been studying that. It's quite complex, but we'll leave that. So this here we have, now you can come down. Yeah. And you can walk on the green patch. So this is sweet potato. We just planted inside and go down some of it. Don't stamp on this. Yeah. So you can pluck one of these, this one. Pluck it and smell it and taste it and tell me what does it taste like.
It's like, is it mint?
You
plucked many?
Mint.
Maybe. I don't know, I haven't smelled it, but it looks like
Peppermint.
Peppermint?
It's peppermint, the real peppermint.
Oh, yeah.
But you make tea from it, and when you finish tonight, you can take and make a tea. It's a lovely tea, very good for COVID, very good, all these strong things.
What is this?
So this is
They're
Shetavari.
biting me.
Second
I'm
one that
used to
she's
it,
doing.
Mama.
Yes. Sorry, there are a lot of insects here.
That's
You
the
just
only
come- You're
downside.
stamping on just come in front here, you're stamping on a lettuce. So this is Shetavari. Shetavari is wild asparagus. Mahabaleshwar forests are abounding in it. So they're growing, I haven't planted, they've come on their own and I've let them be. You see, Shetavari, the roots of Shetavari are like fingers and they are like glass if you wash them out of the mud. And then you crush them and they're very good for vitality, very good for women's organs, very good if a mother has babies, then for the milk production, for lactation. It's a very sought after Ayurvedic herb and it grows wild in Mahabaleshwar. But the rest of our farmers are just plucking it and throwing it away. And so we are trying to keep and preserve that, which is, it's okay to grow cash crops, but these medicinal plants are getting wiped out. So that is comfrey. Comfrey is bone knit. So they say if you have a bone break, you can put comfrey on it and it will heal faster. So
Natural plaster.
yeah. Then this one is Bui Aula. So you see it's looking like little aulas at the end. Bui Aula is very good for kidney stone. So every morning
Pretty.
I come out and I pluck out some edible leaves. This one, that one there, with the yellow flower?
Yeah.
That is insulin plant. I think for insulin, very good for sugar, for
Diabetes.
insulin.
Diabetes.
For diabetes. You can
Yeah.
take this plant and every day make a chutney. It's not very tasty. Once you get a problem, of course one has to go to an expert, but to keep these problems away, if you have these green juices and all, then, so I mix up many of these and I make a smoothie and have it. Yeah. That is all the lettuce. I took out a few lettuce and I planted them there. Behind you is celery.
Behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, celery.
This-
Wow.
Yeah.
Celery.
This- yeah. These two are looking like that Shetavari, but actually they are asparagus. They are cultivated asparagus. So after 4 years, can you see this?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
No, because I
So the one you saw, we are going this way. The one you saw are raspberries. Are you okay with getting bitten, or you want to go up and get some ointment? Should I give you something? Huh?
okay. But good.
Somebody had plucked
bit
some
too late.
trees, nilgiri trees. If you want, we'll go down and get the nilgiri leaves, and you rub that on your legs, and they'll stop biting. Shall we do that?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like don't like put your
So
mouth
who's the
hand in
lucky
your
one
mouth
who
because
wants
like
to
the
taste a
bitter-
raspberry? This is a ready raspberry.
Yeah.
Chalo, Sagar, you or whoever you want, whoever. This is a raspberry. You have to pluck it out. Yeah. But it may be. Oh, you dropped it.
Yeah, I got stung.
Because of this.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I mean, I don't mind eating that.
Eat it.
Just of course you don't mind.
Eat it. Yeah, but I don't know where it's gone. It's gone now. It's lost. You want us to go to the
Honestly,
eucalyptus and go and
yes.
get the leaves?
Yes.
Okay, let's run and get them.
I'll see it.
Crush them and put them on your legs.
Like crush them like this.
No, rub them like this. Yeah, just scrub them. Maybe we take a little special one. So we make our holes and we just cover the ground with what we call a mulch. Putting leaves down is a mulch.
Oh yeah.
Other farmers are putting plastic.
Plastic.
Now this crop, this is a crop. These are the side leaves. Okay. What crop is this? Can you guess?
Lemongrass? No.
No.
That's all. Which one?
Asparagus?
No. It's one of those things which we eat in our meals as a masala with garlic.
What ginger?
Yeah, it's ginger. So ginger has been planted here and these are the ginger shoots. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can find one to show you. See?
Yeah, I see.
So see, this is the adrak.
Wow.
Yeah, it will spread and we will get ginger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the adrak. It's spreading. So this top thing is its leaves. These are all adrak ones. And while we put these bottles, I got lots of guests like all you come with lots of bottles, but I'm not taking any more. Just telling you that what I do is so that in heavy rain it washes. You know, all the mud falls down. So it looks like a brick, you know. with bond. So I'm not taking plastic bottles, glass bottles like that.
But wouldn't you want to put it on this also if it's the
It's a
same?
lot of work, and I
There's only so much.
There's only that much. See, there's a left there to do. There's a lot of work on the
Oh,
farm.
yes.
It never ends. You can come as a volunteer, and then you don't have to pay for a stay, but you have to work. And most city people say yes, yes, yes. When they come, they can't work. They can't work for more than 2 hours. They get tired. City people are not used to working, but it's healthy work, and it's good. You feel happy after it when you work with your hands. Just give it a try when you're back wherever you are, or you can always come here and try. Yeah. So now these are gooseberries. This is a row of gooseberries. Yes. Then there was some basil, and there was cabbage before. These are the cabbage.
Cabbages.
Yeah.
Cabbages.
So right now it's raining, so everything is overgrown, and all the weeds and all have come up. Let me take you to the strawberry, and we have lined our outline of this with our these grasses are for our cows. And last year's haldi has come up here. Also, all these ones are haldi. Last year's haldi. The haldi is left in the ground and regrows. See this one? This is a haldi plant. Yeah, turmeric.
Bigger leaves.
Yeah. Okay, let's go down.
Yeah.
The eucalyptus leaves are not working.
Oh,
It's
it's
biting.
helped a lot.
Helping. Yeah. Come. Let's go. So this is our strawberry plot. You come closer, you'll see the strawberries. This is our shikakai bound.
Shikakai?
Shikakai?
Yes.
Oh, that's the
Okay.
thing that you used to wash.
Wash the dishes.
Yeah.
I was just washing the dishes with that only.
That's right. So when we first started, when the idea of self-sufficiency, the dream was that one day we should be so self-sufficient that we even have our own soap and we don't have to buy soap and things from the market and shampoo, of course, and even washing, dish washing and clothes washing. Now, then I picked up the idea of planting shikakai as a boundary crop. I had a teacher, a mentor called Vinan Pereira, who was a nuclear physicist. He was working with Homi Bhabha. He was Dr. Vinan Pereira. He was working with Homi Bhabha. He left the nuclear establishment, started his own documentation center. He started documenting tribal knowledge systems. And remember him telling me very clearly, plant shikakai on your boundary. So I remembered it, so I planted it.
Sure.
Small plants at about 10 feet distance. And over the years, they're very thorny. When you go close and you'll see. And it's become like a fence, a very, very good fence. Every summer the shikakai falls down. I've got lots of shikakai. I use it for my hair wash, hand wash, body wash, clothes and dishwash. I don't buy any soap. I don't buy soap at all. So I've got my own boundaries, so it serves many purposes. That's the idea of sustainable farming and design. This is our well, which is about 85 feet deep. It's an open well. It's not a bore well. A bore well. It's not very eco-friendly to do bore wells. It's better to do open wells.
Okay. So ma'am, how old is this well? Is like it was like right from when you bought this property, you and your
We
husband.
built.
You built it,
Yeah,
okay.
Which people who are well diggers helped, and each stone is shaped from the rock from this land, and so when you dig, the land can fall down. So then you have to put
Boundary.
you have to put
The stones and all.
big stones.
Big stones.
Each stone is put down. You have these, you have what you call these buff bulls. The bulls will pull, and men will go inside, and you'll put the basket down. They'll dig, and they'll put the mud, and then they'll say Arya, and then the bull will walk there, and then the mud will come. So this whole plot was made with the soil that came from here. Okay, now we're going to the strawberry field. Is there quite a lot of water?
Yes, water level is very good.
I can't see. It will overflow. In that other well, it is overflowed.
Okay.
Yeah, when the rains are not yet, it's only June. It will overflow. Can you see it? Okay, let's go further.